Hello there guys and welcome, it is Niran here, and today it's time for episode number 5 of the FIFA 16 show, the series where I bring you weekly FIFA 16 news, well obviously concerning the game coming out in September. So I hope this is the first place where you see all the new screenshots, information, gameplay, all that good stuff. Now last time we were a bit bare on news I suppose, the time before that and the time before that we obviously had a lot of Gamescom stuff. It's been quite a quiet week, but there was one gameplay trailer actually brought out by FIFA over the last 7 days, which does actually explain quite a lot of things. I'll leave a link to it as well in the description below, so if you want to check out the whole trailer you can do, but I'll show some screenshots from it and a little bit of footage actually from it as well in the background. So we're going to get straight off into it, and the first thing that it talks about in that trailer is actually the main menus. Now I know it's not really that important, but it is something that's going to change for the game, so I thought I might as well tell you. We've got a new video tile. You know how you have all the 4 squares, the tiles on the main menu? Well, one of them is now a dedicated video tile, which brings you all the new news concerning FIFA. Now, I don't know how it's quite going to work after the game comes out, because I would imagine there's probably not going to be much news when the game comes out they're willing to bring you in general. But if there's going to be new updates or anything, or updates on ratings and stuff, or new game modes, or new changes to game modes, I guess they could change that, but that would indicate that they are actually planning to make quite a few changes. Otherwise there's no need for any news. Otherwise it's going to just be the same. We're bringing women's national teams into FIFA the whole time. Now obviously I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but that will be the only thing they could show, obviously, if they're not going to change anything throughout the actual game cycle. So that could be fairly important as time progresses, but for now, it's just a new tile. As well, in the background on the main menu, whatever you choose as your favourite team, that stadium, as long as it's in the game, is shown in the background. So for me, being a Liverpool fan, it would be the main menu with a tile system, but with Anfield in the background. It does look pretty cool. There'll be a screenshot in the background. Also, as well, we've got new weather conditions like we did last year. We had like massive rain and stuff, but now we've got foggy and hazy conditions, which doesn't really add too much to the game, apart from it kind of looks pretty cool. And it's slightly more realistic, because now we've got like another type of weather condition on the game, but it doesn't really add too much. It does look kind of cool, and again there'll be screenshots of that in the background. Next thing on the list, it's time to broaden up on the Bundesliga package. You'll be seeing some screenshots of this in the background. They include the team sheets that you would see on ITV4 or whatever channel you watch in Germany or in other countries, as well as the sort of, you know, the Barclays Premier League sort of intro you get before the players start shaking hands and stuff. The team sheets, as I said, the tables as well, but also with the new story of the season thing that you get that I talked about, was it last episode or the episode before, where basically it compares 2 of the best performing players in each team and puts them against each other. Now, when we saw the screenshot of this last time, it was actually about player information, like their height or their weight or their position and their age. But actually the screenshot that FIFA released this time actually shows a stat for appearances and goals, which means hopefully when we do get the story of the season, we don't get meaningless stats about their age and their team or their position and stuff, which we already would know. We also actually get some stats to do with how they're doing in their respective leagues, or I guess that would happen in the Champions League as well, which could bring a whole new broad knowledge of stats across all the different leagues if you're competing in a European competition. But it is a little bit more useful when, so yeah, it is a bit more useful when you actually get the stats when it comes to like goals and assists and stuff. We've also got new player models and head scans. Happens every year, nothing really to shout about, but they do look pretty cool. There'll be more players, I'm sure, that get realistic head scans. They talk about Harry Kane a lot when it comes to this one, so I don't know if Harry Kane didn't have one on FIFA 15. Not gonna lie, I didn't actually notice. I didn't use Harry Kane whatsoever on FIFA 15, so I wouldn't know, but he's definitely got a head scan, whatever the scenario. We've also got 900 new crowd chants, which is a heck of a lot, to be fair, to put in one go. So I mean, it's not hugely noticeable when you think about it. Oh, it's just crowd chants, but 900 at the same time is pretty mad. So you shouldn't hopefully hear the same chant from whatever is your favourite team throughout the whole of FIFA. You should hopefully at least get about 3 or 4 different variations for each club, with 900 new crowd chants being put into the game. There's a new highlights menu. Again, there'll be a screenshot of that in the background. Again, nothing major, but when you actually go on to each highlight, it has the little the score as well in whatever style. So for instance, I've got a screenshot from the Bundesliga. So if you're in the Bundesliga, if you're in a Bundesliga game, you go onto the new highlights menu and you click on a specific highlight, it actually has the score in the top. It's not really anything major, but it makes it look quite a bit more professional. And actually, if you're making videos, you might not even have to go through editing the actual gameplay. You could just literally go on that and get whatever were the main highlights throughout the whole game. So it might make editing for YouTube videos a lot easier. And then finally, this is pretty much the last stuff of this video, is that I've put it under a tab of interaction in general. We've got that now celebrations. You can actually have celebrations with substitutes, like you would in real life if you scored a massively important game, a massively important goal even, in the final of the World Cup to win your team the World Cup. Then maybe your substitutes would run over as well. It wouldn't just be your starting 11 sort of celebrating in a huddle. Your substitutes would come over as well. That's now a thing. You can also celebrate into the camera, and there's loads of other celebrations as well, including the one that Rooney did where he was boxing and then fell over. I'm not going to tell you the backstory to that, but hopefully I'll maybe find like a series of screenshots of him actually doing that. But in the meantime, there's lots of new celebrations, and you can celebrate into the cameras and with substitutes as well. And also there's new cutscenes after the final whistle as well, so that's a bit less stale. The substitutes again are involved in that one. They come onto the pitch and celebrate with the starting 11 or whoever finished the game. And yeah, it's just a lot more realistic, just looks a lot cooler. So that's pretty much it. There's a lot of gameplay stuff. Only one trailer really has been announced. I'll put a link to it again in the description. Tell me what you thought of the news though this week. Again, sort of lacking when it comes to game mode news this week. Obviously, we had a lot of career mode news and a lot of Ultimate Team news a few weeks ago, but nothing really since, nothing about any of the other game modes. So hopefully we'll get some of that within the next at least 2 weeks. If you did enjoy this video though, feel free to smash the like button. 50 likes hits again will be absolutely awesome, and subscribe if you are new around here, as well as commenting if you enjoyed the video that much, and with your thoughts about the news in general this week. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a good day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.